Hey guys, and welcome to Mission 1, Episode 2. Today we have to get into orbit, and I'm pretty sure we'll be able to do that with our current with our current parts. We will be able to accomplish getting into orbit. We have the parts for it, and so far we have done 2 launches. Both gave us quite a bit of science, but so what we're going to do right now is we're going to, before we speed up the build, we're going to refresh on what we did last episode, and just what we did last episode. So last episode we got some science, and we got some parts that allow us to go into orbit, and we did 2 launches. And because of this, I think that we should continue on that sort of trend where we do 2 launches an episode. Unless, well, I mean, later on in episodes, the launches will get longer and longer. So yes, we're going to speed up the recording right now, and I'll see you guys when the ship is finished. Okay, we have finished building the ship, and considering what we have been calling our ships before, we're going to call this something special. About 2 orbit. 2 orbit Mark 1. We want to dash here. There we go, perfect. Now we save. We check our staging. Yeah, that's okay. It's okay. Save, and let's launch. Okay, here we are on the launch pad and ready to launch. Let's hope it doesn't blow up. We forgot to add fins, but hopefully that won't really matter. Yeah, it does. It does matter. Oh, actually, we'll be able to control ourselves. Okay. Not the best of launches, but we are still getting pretty high just on these boosters, which I like a lot. Now, okay, yeah, it's getting easier to turn, and we are getting out of the atmosphere. As you can see, the burning is a bit less. Is it the burning? God damn, my English is bad. Oh! Okay. Here we go. We still have 2 more boosters that will allow us to get into orbit. Let's look at our... Not very good, honestly, but we can fix this. We can make it into an orbit. Here we go. Yeah, it's a bit curved, but that's because we had a bad start. But that's okay. 193, 235. We could do better. What's this? 199, 200. Okay, yeah, all we need to do now is just... Hey, there we go. It's around orbit. Perfect. Now what we need to do is go onto this blue thing, because this blue thing tells us in which direction we have to be firing our engines when it comes down to when we have to actually fire. As you can see here in the bottom, it says 21 days, so that's the estimated burn. That's how long it thinks it'll take me to fire my rockets. But actually, that's not true. All we need to do when we get there is just fire our rockets. And I'm going to guess right now it'll be around 1 minute long of firing our engines. So the plan is that we will get into 1 minute. 1 minute. There, and fire. Exactly 1 minute. There we go. Actually, what we need to do now, I've forgotten, something very important, is you need to make sure that you're half of the time. So let's say this is about 25 seconds. So let's wait until 25 seconds. And fire. There we go. Our engines are firing, and we're going to get into orbit with this. Success! Now, while we are firing our engines, because we cannot accelerate while firing engines, just a quick update. Well, actually, just a question. I'm thinking that I want to add a face cam into these videos. And the thing is, I have the camera for it, and we can technically install it and use a face cam in the video and on stream. But I was wondering what you guys think, whether we should do it later or whether we should do it now and just get it over with. This little engine takes a while, but it's very efficient, which is why it's quite useful. Okay, we are about to reach 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bam! Perfecto! And we have extra fuel to get back to Earth. I mean, Kerbin, because that's what the planet's called. Now, what we do is we get all of our... And, okay, that's not good. That means that we have already collected this science. Yeah, we have. It's not a good, let's... Okay. Then the only goal is to get higher up. Really, that's all we have to do. Just go higher. And we have to make sure we conserve enough fuel so that we can actually get back. So here we are, we're getting higher and higher and higher. We still have enough fuel to get back. We are now... What, how many kilometers is that? 1,000 kilometers. 2,000 kilometers. Okay, that's enough. Here we go. We will get up to this height. And then we'll be able to observe our science and get different results. Here we are. We're at the top. And let's observe. Here we go. 15 science. Log the pressure data. 18 science. Nice. It's a lot of science. I like it. 12 science. See, once you get higher and higher, you get more and more science because parts need more and more science to unlock. So it's sort of a balancing system that the game creates. So now we're going to EVA and do an EVA report and collect this data. And then just as last time, we're going to go around our ship. And we're going to collect the data from all of these. Take data. There we go. And then we go close to here, take the data. Perfect. Now the data is safe with us, and we can go up, get in the ship, and perfect. We are now able to look back at this and let's see. No, we won't go higher. That's it for this trip. And it is time to go back. Where are we? Here we go. And let's launch. We're launching our engines, and basically what we're doing, here we go. See, this is what you have to be careful of, is that you want your periapsis, meaning the lowest point that you'll go, when you're comparing it, when you're talking about the planet that you're going to land on. The lowest point that you'll go, you want it as low as possible, but you don't want it so low that it doesn't even, register a number. You want something. The best, I would say, is as low as possible. So maybe 3,000 to 10,000 or something like that. And then then you know that you're going to get a very linear landing. So if you have, if this is the planet, then you're landing like this, and you're landing around it and very smoothly. You can slow yourself down. But if you land just straight down, the thing is that you're going to go through the atmosphere so fast that either you're going to burn up or you're going to crash straight down because your parachutes can't slow you down fast enough. So the idea is right now is that we're going to fall down and we're going to land very, very nicely here, and we're going to slow ourselves down. We're going to use the atmosphere to slow ourselves down. So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn off our SAS. And why we turn off our SAS actually is quite important, because SAS uses energy whether you think you're using it or not. It uses electric charge. And as current, we do not have solar panels, so we cannot generate electric charge. If you do not turn off your SAS, even when you are not using it, it will still use electric charge, because it needs to make sure that you stay stable within space, and that's what SAS does. So right now we're using SAS to get over to our retrograde, which means backwards basically, and we're going to go around, and we are close already. There we go, turn off our RCS. Here we are, we're much closer to the planet, and we are falling pretty fast, but here we go, here we go, here we go. There we go, 7,000, the end of space and the beginning of atmosphere, at least on Kerbin. Here we go, and we don't have to worry about the modules burning up or anything really burning up, because the only thing that will technically really burn up is this module right here, the goo container. And the goo container might blow up because it actually has something sticking out. As you can see, little burning is happening off of it. It's melting a little bit. So the idea is that we've already collected our science, so we need not worry. So I think we're just gonna. This is a fairly annoying and tedious process, falling through the atmosphere. So we're just gonna skip through it, and we'll see you soon. Okay, so we are back. On this one, we are going to land on land, so a mountain range here. We are going to land on land so we can take a surface sample, which is good for extra science. So we've launched our parachutes, and if you saw while we sped through that, sped through the atmosphere, I wasn't really paying attention, and this module here blew up, the goo module, this strange goo. So although it has blown up, again, precaution, we collected the science before, which is very important. Another little cool thing you can do before we go into another speed demon sort of thing where we fly down to Earth, you can press C and look at the cockpit point of view. So as you can see, this guy only has one little window in which he can see through, but our little Jebediah will be able to make it through. And I'll see you when we land. Okay, we have officially landed. Now that we have landed, we can EVA, and we can get take our surface sample and get extra science. If you might have seen two things before we go back to the KSC, you might have seen two things where I was circling the shadow and I collected some extra science. Now the thing is that with these thermometers and this barometer here, which logs the pressure data, it can be used multiple times, whereas the mystery goo can only be logged once. This is a thing because, well, if you think about it logically, you can write down the calculation multiple times for a thermometer at different altitudes, whereas with mystery goo you don't have that much material that can constantly, change and stretch according to what you want. And then also with the shadow thing is that the shadow is a really good reference for when you're landing on other planets. You have to look at your shadow to be able to see when you have to be boosting, because other than that it's extremely hard to tell when you are going to land exactly, from your perspective at least. Okay, wow, 103.8 science. With this, I think we can get 2 of these trees here. We do not need any of these because we have enough fuel even to get to the moon. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to get this because it has high gain antenna. So it's good for the satellites, and for the, well, we don't really need a satellite system just yet. Actually, why not? We're going to make a satellite system of mini satellites for now, with just, actually, when is the first thing? Electricity. Jesus. That's the first electronic solar panels? What? That's annoying. Oh, no, there's solar panels here. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to research this. This is 90. We cannot afford 90. Although we cannot afford 90, we do not need the structural fuselage. We do not need the crew cabin. We don't really need the stability enhancer. The only thing we really need out of this is the struts, because that helps with stability in the structure, so that the space plane doesn't actually fall apart. So what I think we're going to do is we are going to use this to create satellites for now, and we're going to research this. And because of these satellites, in the next episode, we are going to send a satellite to the moon, and that'll be our first real expedition out somewhere else. So for now, I think we're going to send up 3 different satellites of the same design. And now we're going to speed up the design again, and I'll see you when the design is finished, and we're going to launch 3 more of these rockets. Okay, so we have created this a new rocket. We will call it 2 orbits satellite 1 satellite 1. There we go. And this will go into orbit. We have quite a bit of energy on here, so I think it will last for a while until we get enough science to launch some with solar panels even higher into space, and create 2 rings around the planet that will eventually create a stable enough environment so that we can send drones up pretty much anywhere. So now let's check our staging. Everything seems fine, and let's launch. Okay, everything seems fine. Let's start turning a little bit. Because of these new winglets we have, it is much easier to turn. And because of the SAS pod that we have up here. That's very hard to see because of all the batteries surrounding it. There we go. There, and now let's launch this. Oh, no, 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 no. Nope, 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 nope. There we go. We need to gain control of this beast. It likes to spin a lot. There we go. Good. We are... Oh, Jesus. We are launching straight into orbit right now. Wait, why are you turning? No, stop it. What? Okay, that was a fail launch. Something was wrong. I think it was because of the weight. But we have added fins here so that we can make sure that we stay in control. And let's try and launch one more time. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. I guess that actually starts working. Okay, it's actually starting to work. Let's hope that this time it doesn't fail on us and doesn't completely go haywire again. So, we have here a special, because of the new update, it requires you to have a connection, some sort of signal, to the Space Center. That's why we have this specific antenna here. It's called a relay antenna. No, it does not want to... Oh. Oh, just a little flip. And we're fine. Okay, 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 okay. Good. Okay, okay, good, good, good. We're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Let's go up a little bit more. Okay, I think we'll be able to head into orbit with this. Okay. Oh, that is nice. Yes, this is perfect. At a 100-kilometer orbit. Will we be able to make it? 32-second burn. Yeah, I think we'll be able to make it. Now... Okay, you know what? This is getting annoying. Now we wait. You have to wait until about 15 seconds, and then we can start launching our engines again. And here we are. Perfect. It would have been better to have a 16-second one, but it's okay. But we will get into orbit this, which is important. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay, here we go. Yes! We are making it into a stable orbit. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and successful launch, baby. 114. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to just make sure that it is exactly circular because OCD. There, 114, 115. Good enough. 1 kilometer difference is okay. Now, estimated burn is only 13 seconds, meaning that it's like nothing, basically. It's less than 13 seconds. What I was talking, 13 meters, meaning that I have to very lightly burn when it comes down to it. So, right now we are just going around the planet to our apoapsis to lift up our periapsis, the lowest point, up until they're about equal. So the highest point and the lowest point are equal, meaning it's a circle around the planet. Okay, we're getting close. We're getting close. There we go. And we can just lightly burn. Here we go. Perfect. 116, 114. 2 kilometers. Fine. No big deal. Now, oh, that was a weird FPS problem. We have 2,000 energy, which is absolutely amazing. But right now the dealio is that we have to fly around the planet to a sunny part, because I like the sunny part more. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Now we can actually see what we're doing. Now what we do is we extend our antenna. Where are you? Our relay. Extend antenna. There we go. Perfect. And what we're going to do is we're going to point it straight at the planet. It's not necessary, but because it's nicer that way. Perfect. We're pointing it straight at the planet, and we have our first satellite, successful satellite, that when we need to launch a drone, this bar, this signal, stays the same. So that's very important. There we go. We have our first one. And I think in the next episode we will launch 2 more of these. Because these are very short launches, we will have 3 launches next episode. One to the moon and 2 of these new satellites up here. Anyway, that's all for Mission 1, Episode 2. Thanks for watching.